And we are back joining, and thank you for keeping it Smart 24 if you've already been with us following this particular conversation. Now, MTN Uganda has temporarily opened up their daily cash transfer limit to allow current account holders to pay for shares worth up to 20 million shillings per day using the mobile money platform, which is up from the 5 million shilling limit announced at the initial public offer. Management says this will not apply to those opening the SCD accounts. The next one, I would say, because we are closing on Monday. And in the next one day, because the movie is based on the Know Your Customer policy. That is where we are drawing the situation. And following the opening of the sale of the IPO in, that was in October, the company launched a series of activities which have actually been ongoing, and I guess to all of you who have not taken part in the activities, it is high time now we generally looked at it as a way that we can engage in buying these shares as well. Of course, in the studio with me, I'm still with my guests. Yes, you may think I'm alone. Eh? No, I'm not alone. Maybe someone would think now he has returned. I don't know. We're back with them, and the conversations are still ongoing because there are a lot of things you need to know here, and I guess they've been touching most of those crucial points where most of you were asking yourself bigger questions. Now you know, and a few of the others we are also going to be generalizing them as well as we continuously discuss about them. Let me get back to Mr. Jemba. Look into a situation here that you have quite big numbers under Casita. Yes. So I had asked the other time that how have the members responded? Because I can only imagine you may be maybe 200,000 members, yes, and only 10% of the people agree to the point. When you brought in this idea of purchasing these shares, if you to just give us a simple estimation, did the whole group accept or the majority accepted?
Majority accepted. And the others are being convinced by the mere fact that Casita as an institution is investing into the same shares. So it's one way of encouraging them. If we are going in as an institution, then we can go in as individuals as well. We should always look at the bigger picture and try to move away from the traditional way of investment. Buying land, putting up apartments. You can do it the other way around. You buy shares, then from the gains or the capital gains or the dividends, you put up apartments in the land which you had acquired earlier. Or buy land from the gains of the shares and then reinvest somewhere else, depending either way. And this is the message we are carrying to our membership. Property, we saw property going down in 2009 during the financial crisis, not only here but across the globe. Likewise, the effects of coronavirus, I was seeing inflationary trends taking effect across the globe. But one of the surest way of protecting the little you have in savings are into shares. Therefore, whoever wishes to see what he has worked for the last so many years as savings, when our shilling is going down, while the dollar is gaining, when the fuel prices are shooting up, when the taxes are going up, one of the surest way, without speculation, should be buying into shares. Especially when you are working with the best.
Okay.
If MTN is the best, and then there is no way one should run away from investing with the best. It's an opportunity we should all take advantage of.
Okay. Jovia, this one is to you. Let me just bring it directly Is it a risk to buy these shares?
Is it a risk
You see,
to buy
most people,
MTN shares?
you know, most people are. I remember when MTN had floated the 20%. When the news started circulating that MTN has floated the 20%, you know how Ugandan people perceive news, and most of them would be like, "No, now MTN wants to take away our little money you get." So this is why I wanted to ask: do you think it is a risk?
No, I don't think so. Ask me why.
Why?
Number one, MTN is going to be listed on the Ghana Securities Exchange. That means it's going to be regulated by Capital Markets Authority. So for them, any listed company on the Ghana Securities Exchange, you have the Ghana Securities Exchange inspects these companies. So before they even let you list, they have to make sure this is a viable company to be listed. For Ugandans to put in their money, they just can't let any company to wake up and say, in fact, you should even ask yourself, there are so many companies in Uganda, why are there only 9 companies listed? Because you don't just wake up in the morning and say, I want to list. No. There are steps that you have to follow. So MTN is a viable company and it's not a risk. And in case you buy the shares actually in the company and the price drops, you do not sell your shares. In fact, we tell investors, potential investors listening or watching us right now, if you buy your MTN shares and the price happens to drop, you haven't lost your money. In the stock market, you only lose your money if you decide to sell at a price lower than what you bought at. So if you buy your MTN shares right now at 200, and the price drops maybe say to 150, do not sell your shares. Hold them, because you know the price will rise again. And another thing that we tell you is that, in fact, when the price drops, buy more at a lower price so that you average your cost. So it's not a risk at all. So viewers, please do take this opportunity. Yeah.
All right, Jamba, same question as well.
Yes.
Is it a risk for the traders there to get these shares? Because you've mentioned about the benefits, but someone will also come out and ask, how about if at all my shares do not increase at the end of the day, or if at all my expectations are lowered down?
Yeah. The answer is yes and no.
Okay, let's start from
And
the
why?
yes.
That's where I would like to start from. And what is not a risk? What is not risky? Love is risky. And we all know who wouldn't like to be loved.
Everyone.
It's one of the riskiest. That is love. Any kind of business you can go into is a risk. So whoever fears taking risks, then he's not in for any kind of business. Because business is all about taking risks. Once you take the advantage in the right time, at the right moment, this is what I'm telling you, Ugandans. The shares are buying 200 for today. I'm telling you, by the time the shares cross the first month, it will be at least 500. How long has it taken for company to float shares openly?
I think it was
More than 20 years.
women.
How many years?
More than 20 years ago.
Over 20 years. So the thirst for investing into some of these multinationals is really an advantage to many who would wish to take the risk of investing with the MTN. Secondly, once you get your dollars and board a plane to China, what is more risky than flying on a plane? Because you never know what is going to happen in between Uganda and China. Off Entebbe, landing in Guangzhou. You never know what might happen. So what isn't risky? Everything is risky, depending on how the way you can look at the kind of risk you are focusing into taking advantage of. Therefore, when companies like MTN have been here, they came in 1998 in Uganda. How many years now? 23 years. within 23 years, they have grown into bounds. Not only in Uganda, but in other partner states in East Africa and Africa, as far as where they came from, that is South Africa and other countries. So their focus right now, from just a communication tool to mobile money and others, shows you the kind of portfolio is being held by MTN. So any person who feels like he would like to be in a different world within the next 5-10 years, when it comes to investment, the best and sure way of investing what you have is into MTN shares for now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's try to wind this up a little bit, and let's head to Madame Jovia. What if you're to look at the situation with the fact that the IPO is ending tomorrow, according to how Ugandans have responded, and all of that? What are those few words, your last words you can actually give to an investor, a viewer, as well as anyone interested in buying the shares currently?
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, my last remarks that to number one, you may ask yourself, if I have children, can I buy for them? The question is yes. You can buy for your kids. You can buy as an institution, you can buy as a circle, as a company, and then as individuals. Then the real last remark is that action changes things. You've heard us talking about MTN, so this is the time for you to take action. If you don't take action, things will not change in your life. If you've seen us, you've heard the adverts, read the prospectus, I don't take any action, trust me, you're going to remain the same. So action changes things. Kindly take action now, because we are left with few hours to the closure of the IPO. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Mr. Jemba, your last words to the traders as well as members of Kasita regarding the same matter.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like to give examples. Traditionally have been buying land and investing in agriculture. Assume you have invested in maize, and tomorrow hailstorm comes and all the maize go down. You remain in that land. You buy into shares. If the value goes down slightly, you keep the same shares, but if the valuation goes down a bit, you wait, just like we wait when we invest in other, we invest in importation. Today, you find the dollar going up or going down. By the time we arrive from China, the dollar is up, but they were not going to increase on the price of the item you have brought, because once you increase the prices, then the buyers will run away. You try to increase minimally and wait for tomorrow or any other day. The same way, this is what I expect Ugandans to look at shares, buying into shares of MTN. You keep your shares. If you bought, say, 100 shares, 100,000 shares, and tomorrow they appreciate from 200 to 500, the other day it comes down a bit to 350. Anyone who is into investment, the least you could, I would expect him to do, you buy from others at 350, because you have already made a margin of 150 from the original share price of 200. Yes. So you buy at 350. We increase your portfolio to from 100,000 shares to 150,000 shares. While others are running away,
You are gaining.
you are gaining. One, you gain your say into the matters or the shareholders or the company, that is MTN. Secondly, you wait when the shares reappreciate again, which is hell-bent to happen. Not even, I wouldn't like to say in a year, never. With the shares, it will take just a swing in the economy, and everything, boom. From 350, you find yourself at, say, 1,500, depending. Therefore, I would like to applaud first MTN and the stock market authorities for allowing MTN to float the shares to Ugandans first, because you never know. Maybe MTN can go ahead and float on the regional market. But first, they floated for Ugandans to buy into the shares of MTN. So can we try to run away from the traditional methods of investment and invest somewhere where there is a sure deal of retaining what you have with a multiplier effect? And at the end of the year or at the end of the day, you are looking at gaining dividends as well, which you can reinvest in anything else as an individual, as well as investing for your future generations in that lineage. Yes, thank you very much.
And before, any last remark?
Now, I would like to thank our viewers for tuning into Smart 24.
Right.
And say, please, 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 if you have the money, do go for this opportunity. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And of course, the conversations will continuously go on with time to time, because this is still ongoing. And do expect all the details to be coming your way on Smart 24 TV. Just a quick reminder, you have anything?
Yes, the last one.
Oh yeah,
the business community.
Okay.
MTN IPO closes tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah, true.
And after that, it will become more and more competitive. And buying a share then would be like a cat and mouse chase. Therefore, I would like to encourage Ugandans, especially the business community. It's a chance which comes once. I wish and I encourage you to buy into these shares before tomorrow at 4 p.m. when the IPO will be closing. That is Monday, 22nd November. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
All right. And you have just like 12 hours to go. You can still do this. Meanwhile, just a quick reminder as well. You can dial *165 *65 hash, and then select option 1 to open an SCD account. Enter your full national ID number, the NIN number, and then select your preferred broker, and then choose option 1 to accept terms and conditions. Enter your mobile money PIN and wait for a confirmation SMS. And then after setting up the account, please follow the prompts and apply to pay for shares, more and more shares. And of course, for all of you who have actually been joining us, thank you very much. And the conversations are all about the MTN IPO, the initial public offer. To the whole team from the production, Madam Bahati Ali, it has been a wonderful Sunday, I would say. Till we shall definitely wait for Monday to check and see how the Ugandans have responded, most probably. But then we shall be giving you all the details. I'm Jerome Bosongo. It's been Sunday Business Special. Thank you and goodbye.
okula n'emu ku kampuni za Uganda esinga obunene. Saba okugula emigabo gya MTN okutandikira ddala ku siringi za Uganda emitwalo 10 zokka. Ate bw'osaba ng'okozesa MTN Mobile Money ofunayo emigabo egy'ennyongeza 10 nga gya bwereere ku buli migabo 10 gy'osaba. Nyiga star 165 star 65 oba kozesa My MTN app oteekemu okusaba kwo. Amateeka n'obukwakkulizo byonna biri mu katabo akalimu kalonda yenna akwata ku migabo gino akayitibwa prospectus. Okuyambibwa okusinga wano genda ku dduuka lya MTN lyonna oba kutabira Stanbic Bank lyonna erikuli okumpi oba ewa broker alina olukusa okutunda emigabo gino.